come to a viewing platform next to a bridge over the Yangtze because we're heading into the city of Nanjing.
In the 1930s, this city, then known as Nanking, was invaded by the Japanese, who carried out a notorious massacre here. But nearly 100 years earlier, it had also been invaded by the British.
In the 1800s, China lost the so-called Opium Wars. Now, this was a particularly shameful episode in British and Western history when we went to war against China, basically because we wanted to have the right to sell the Chinese people drugs. As a result of the Opium Wars, this city and many others like it were open to foreign trade and with large areas effectively under British control. Christian missionaries also began arriving in the country, and it was said that Christianity came here on a cannonball.
British and American missionaries used the Yangtze to access the interior of the country. In the second half of the 20th century, Christianity was ruthlessly suppressed by China's communist leaders, but it's now making an extraordinary comeback.
When the Communist Party took over in 1949, there were thought to be about 1 million Christians in the country. Today, there are anything up to 100 million Christians in China. More Christians, in fact, than there are members of the Communist Party.
By some estimates, there could be 400 million Christians in China in 30 years' time, making it the biggest Christian nation on earth.
What's this queue of traffic for?
We'd arrived in Nanjing on Easter Sunday, and we were heading to a newly built church to see this phenomenon for ourselves.
You don't think the traffic's here for the church, do you?
I think so.
This is a traffic jam for people trying to get to church. Let's walk. Now hang on, that can't all be a church. The whole thing?
Yeah.
It's like a stadium. Sure.
This brand new church can hold up to 5,000 people. Most of the seats were taken. The service included a dramatic reenactment of the entire Easter story, with some colourful dancing thrown in for good measure.
Okay, now I see why they draw a crowd.
It's now possible to be both a Christian and a member of the Communist Party.